All right, mate, how you doing? Welcome back to another video. Today, it's time to look ahead to England's next World Cup game. The big one, the first knockout game in the round of 16. We're going up against Senegal from Africa. We won our group. Some would say pretty convincing style. Maybe not the most convincing display against USA in the middle there, but sandwiched with two very decent performances. We're going to recap the Wales win, because we haven't talked about that yet, and then we're going to look ahead to Senegal. I've got Will Brazier with me to do that alongside me. Let's talk about the Wales game first. 3-0, albeit all those goals coming in the second half, but as consummate a performance as you can really ask for, really, no?
Yeah, I just thought we had so much control even when it was at 0-0. Like, I think they had that Joe Allen shot at the end of the first half, but so much control. And I feel like, apart from about 25 minutes in the USA game, we've had control across the whole three group games. So, as we always say,
maybe the last 10 against Iran as well, when it went a bit weird, but that was over, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah, we were already on the beach by then. I think in Southgate we trust. That's what we say around here. So let's just believe in Gareth.
Oh yeah, you know we back the boys all day and every single day. But team selection wise, you obviously changed a few things against Wales as we expected. Kyle Walker came in, Jordan Henderson came in, and we said, I think we actually spoke about it in our starting lineup for the first England game against Iran. I said, look, if he wants to bring, it's actually about Phillips at the time, if he wants to bring someone else in next to Rice, that's fine. Just don't take Bellingham out. Yeah. And he didn't, which was great. He left Bellingham in. He gave him a bit more license. Bellingham had a quiet game against the US. He got subbed off as a result, but he was really good, I thought, up against Wales in that third game. I know you're going to agree with that.
Well, yeah, I'm Bellingham #1 fanboy. I think in that game as well, he's been scoring so many goals for Dortmund this season, sort of Lampard-esque runs into the box and scoring all sorts of different types of goals. And although he didn't get on the score sheet, yeah, another fantastic performance. And we always have to say it, Ben, he's 19.
He's 19, exactly. And I think that could be, we'll talk about the team we think he should play, Southgate should play against Senegal, but that could be a little clue as to how maybe we'll set up going forward. But really, the other two lads that came into the game to starting lineup, Rashford and Foden, stole the headlines, didn't they? Particularly Rashford. Free kick, you could ask some questions of the keeper's positioning, but still hit very, very well. Really important first goal. Likewise, in Rashford's second goal, you could argue the keeper maybe should do better. It goes through Danny Ward's legs. But listen, no disrespect to Wales, but we're a different class, aren't we? We showed that. They did amazing to get to the World Cup. A few of their boys were a bit anonymous. Gareth Bale getting subbed off at the break. Aaron Ramsey. I think they're really... I know Gareth Bale doesn't want to retire from international football, but they're both kind of done in terms of their top-level performances. And we look good, mate. We look good. What I like about our team right now is we don't seem to be relying on any one person. Yeah. We've got goals coming from all different places, including substitutes in that first game against Iran. We've got people like Grealish coming on. We've used the squad already with likes of Kyle Walker coming in. We haven't shown a tremendous amount of depth in centre-half area because Dyer came in that first game because Maguire went off. But other than that, those two seem to be the two. But Maguire's been amazing. We have lost the centre-half as Ben White has gone back to England. We don't exactly know why. It's for personal reasons, is what we're being told. And obviously we respect that, respect his privacy. I don't think we're bringing in a replacement. So gives the likes of Dyer and Cody a bit more chance of seeing some game time. But really happy with the group stage, overwhelmingly. Undefeated. It's our best opening display in a group in terms of the Iran game, maybe ever. Yeah. And we've just done what we had to do, haven't we? 9
goals, conceded 2 clean sheets in a row. A lot of people talking about Harry Kane now, so he's not scoring, but like you've said on our streams, he's top of the assist charts, and some of those assists have been fantastic as well. Winning the ball, getting across for Foden in the last game. I mean, if you're not excited now, how can you not be excited?
Yeah, there's something wrong with you. Something wrong with you.
Have a look at yourself.
You mentioned our streams. We've obviously been doing a lot of watch-alongs on Twitch. We didn't do a watch-along for the England-Wales game because we got treated, me and the hashtag boys, to a watch-along party up in London at a penthouse. Unbelievable night out just to watch in a crazy sort of facilities. And it was really nice. So that was good fun. That's why we didn't do a stream, but we'll be back with more streams now. So make sure you follow us on Twitch. Now, let's look ahead. William, we are going up against Senegal. What can you tell us about Senegal?
Well, you know me, Spen, I'm a Birmingham City fan. I like to crowbar that in any way we can. So, Alou Cisse, the manager, he played for Birmingham back in 2002. Not the best of times for us, but he played for us, so I've got to get it in there. But as a player and a manager, he's had different form across his whole career. So 2002, Senegal never won the African Cup of Nations. He stepped up with the final penalty, missed that as a player. You like a redemption arc, let's get this on Disney. All the way later, he managed a 2019 final. They get to the final again, lose to Algeria. Oh no, it's all doom and gloom. But they won the AFCON in 2021 on a penalty shootout, and they could get to the knockout stages for the first time since, I think it was 2002 against that Turkey team they lost. Remember that Turkey team of Hasan Sass?
Yes.
Hakan Suker.
So they have got to the knockout stages. Is that the same year they beat France in the group stage as well?
First game, you remember that?
Yeah, El Hadj Diouf, all those guys. That was a really strong Senegal team. When I think of Senegal, that's the team I think of in my head, obviously because when we grew up. Am I right in saying this is the first time we've ever played them?
The first time I say 10 sources. I've been to 10 websites. We've never played Senegal in a friendly, and obviously not in a World Cup.
Isn't that mental?
Yeah,
Isn't that
especially in this day and age.
We've never played Senegal, so we've got no previous against them whatsoever. That excites me, to be honest. They're missing a man, obviously the main man, Sadio Mane. If he was in there, it doesn't really matter who's around him. He has the ability to hurt you, especially against our defence. So I would have some serious concerns. He's not in there. That's good. They're also missing two others. They're missing Gay from Everton, who's a very decent midfielder, very hardworking. He's suspended after picking up yellows, I believe.
Yeah.
And someone I know well from ex-West Ham days, Kiate is injured. So they've got quite a few boys missing. We know they've got Koulibaly and Mendy from Chelsea.
Yeah.
Probably their two biggest names. They've got Sarr from Watford, who can cause us problems. There's definitely enough in there to take seriously. They're going to be better than Wales. They're going to be better than Iran. Maybe going to be better than the US. Where do you see them on that sort of scale?
Well, just looking back at it, it's sort of been quite Jekyll and Hyde, their performances. I thought they did really well against Netherlands. Netherlands scored 8. They actually had better XG in that game. They had 47% possession as well. But then they played against Qatar, and Qatar, who we've said many a times during this World Cup were absolutely awful. Qatar had a better XG in that game.
Wow.
Which, that is a little bit worrying. So there's definitely
it's not
areas...
worrying for us. It's great for us.
Oh, yeah, let's get on board. As you mentioned, Ismail Assar down the left-hand side won the penalty and scored it. So lots of pace there, but Kyle Walker's come back in the team. So hopefully he'll be able to cover him off. But overall, I'm quietly confident. Yeah,
I think we should be confident. I think we're definitely the favourites going into this one, and it'll be a real big kind of investigation into it if we don't win it.
Yeah.
We don't want to look too far ahead right now. We know what could be waiting for us in the round after, a potential France matchup, but let's wait to see if we get to play them first.
Yeah.
Senegal, I do expect it to be a very different kind of game to what we've had so far at the World Cup. Because knockout football, first and foremost. The USA one, even though the USA did quite well against us and we didn't attack enough, we've already talked about that, neither team that we're going to go out the tournament that day.
Yeah.
This is very different now. So I think we've got to be at our best. I'm hoping that is still to come. But we've got to talk about who we should play. Because some would say, don't change it from the game against Wales. Are you part of that group?
Well, I also don't go changing around here, so I think I would keep it I keep the same formation when it comes to personnel. I'd definitely go for Kyle Walker for the reasons we just mentioned. Back four still the same, and then it's the midfield three. Then isn't it? That is it going to be Rice, Bellingham, Mount? I don't see Mount getting back in the team, and then up front, the front three's up for discussion as well.
I don't see how he can drop Rashford.
No.
Not after that. He could, but I don't think he should. I think Kane stays in. Kane is the top assister in the tournament right now. Like you say, no goals, but 3 assists. And Rashford's joint top goal scorer. So they've both got to play for me. Rashford, he helps with what Kane does when he drops deep. Rashford is a run in behind Merchant. He's going to make those runs, even centrally sometimes, when Kane drops in. So I think they work well together. And then Foden's just a mercurial talent. And, he scored an easy goal the other day, but he's got to play. I think the country want to see it. I think Foden, if anything, could be the one that comes out. I don't think he should. I hope he leaves it as it is. But I can see him maybe throwing Sterling in for a Foden, maybe throwing Saka back in and starting Rashford from the left and Saka or Foden from the right. I don't know. But and what do you think about Jordan Henderson?
I would take Henderson out. I'd go back to Rice and Bellingham. I'd bring Foden in as that sort of central attacking midfielder.
He's not going to do that, though. I don't think he's going to do it.
No, I know. But, this is living in dream worlds.
Yeah.
And I'd like to do Rashford and Sterling on the wings.
You don't think there's any chance he brings in a back five here in preparation for perhaps playing it in the next round if we get through?
No, because I think we've got far too much experience, especially those players have played that back five quite a lot, so they know how to do it straight away. So it's not like it's a new formation to them, so we can just go, if it is a back five, they're used to it, they're used to the personnel, so it's quite an easy adjustment, I think.
I think, again, not to look too far ahead, but maybe he'd even be brave enough not to go back five against France. France can be got at. I know they played a B team yesterday and lost, and then that VAR goal disallowed in the last minute. But they've got a lot going forward, obviously. Regardless of who's in defence, they're going to have Mbappe, they're going to have Giroud, they're going to have Griezmann, they're going to have others. We've got to worry about them as well. But maybe this is the tournament he doesn't even use a back five. I don't know. I think if we do well with the back four against Senegal, he might just leave it. And then I think Walker definitely has to play against Mbappe if we get through to France. So then it's a question of, does that mean Walker needs more minutes to get back to fitness, and he definitely needs to play him against Senegal and to deal with the Sarr issue? Or does he need to rest him because he's been coming back from injury and he does throw Trippier back in there? I don't know.
I think Walker starts in this game as well. I think, it's going to be Walker, Stones, Maguire, Shaw as a back four.
Yeah, it almost picks itself at this point, I think.
I think one we haven't spoken about is Mendy as well. His form against Holland wasn't that great. I thought he was at fault for both goals. Chelsea form as well, not been there. Potter's dropped him, and I've tied that into my predictions.
Okay, well, it is time to reveal our predictions for England versus Senegal. I can tell you right now, I've gone with England 2, Senegal 0. That's a 90-minute victory. No extra time needed. Come on, boys. Get it done.
I have gone for England 3, Senegal 0. In case you were wondering, it's in 90 minutes as well.
I don't care what happens. I'll take either of them, to be honest. I'll take either of them. Even if we win on penalties, I will take it. It's just about winning one game at a time. And Gareth Southgate knows how to do that. He's proven it. We trust in Gareth around here. This is a positive, safe space for Southgate lovers. Let us know in the comments below what you think is going to happen. What starting 11 would you play? Would you keep it the same from the Wales game? I don't think you can argue with anyone that says keep it the same. And there's not really any tactical reasons, I don't think, to change it. Even if there's a bit of anti-Henderson rhetoric out there, I think he's a really important calming figure in the squad as well. I think he's a bit like Gareth's kind of guy on the pitch.
Yeah.
And he's very much the England man. So I'm fine with Jordan Henderson, to be honest. I'm fine with him playing. As long as Jude plays, that was the most important thing. If he brings Henderson or Phillips in, that's fine, but Jude has to play. I think we're going to start to see the best of Declan Rice now. Maybe not against Senegal, but if we get through in the later rounds, he's going to come through. A lot of people that criticise Declan Rice in an England shirt, and I understand why. They say he's not positive enough with the ball, doesn't get us up the pitch, wants to pass sideways. You've got to remember, Declan spends most of his games playing in an average West Ham team where we do have to defend a lot. The amount of possession West Ham have is tiny. We sometimes have 30, 40% possession in games up against other mid-range teams. So he's excellent at breaking up play. He's excellent at snuffing out good players and stopping them being effective. He hasn't had to do that yet. We've had a lot of the ball. If we get through Senegal and we get into a team like France, he's going to be massive for us. Even more so, if we get up against a team like an Argentina, he could be the person that handles a Messi. And I'm not saying he's better than Messi. I'm saying right now, Declan Rice is good enough to nullify Messi in a game at Messi's current power level, I think. But listen, I'm happy with whatever Gareth chooses, unless it doesn't work. And if it doesn't work and we go out, then we go in on them, and that's how it works on YouTube. Drop a like in the video if you've enjoyed it. Subscribe for more. It's coming home. Until next time, don't go changing.